Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you update what's going on at the garage. So, 1974 Ford Bronco. The wiring harness is coming out great. We are doing a lot of work and making it very nice, very neat. We have the new marine terminals on here, so in the wintertime, you just turn that wing nut, you pull your battery cables off, put them to the side, your battery stays nicely charged. You can even take it and put your battery tender right on these two lugs. Done. You have a battery tender and your battery will stay good. Then we have from the battery, we made up the new cable to come over to the fusible link here. Well, it's not a fusible link, it's now a mega fuse, but this is your main fuse for your truck. This cable goes to here, then it goes through the mega fuse into the alternator, which is right here. So your alternator will charge up your battery. Then we have this line that we just made up, which goes to his stereo, and it has its own fuse right over here. We also have this line right here, which goes right to your fuse block, powering up the fuse block so all your accessories inside the vehicle work. Then we have the new ground cable that we just made up. It comes down, goes around, goes underneath, and grounds to the block of the motor. Then we're going to take another cable, make it go from the motor to the chassis, and then from the chassis to the body. So everything is grounded, everything is correct. We have all of the headlight wiring. You can see that going all the way through and coming out for the headlights. And look at how nice and neat that is. There it is right there. Comes out, goes to the headlights, comes out, goes to your marker lights and all that. Then on this side, we have the main circuit for your headlights coming out, going right to the headlights, and there's all your headlight stuff as well as your horn. There's your horn wire right there. So everything's all plugged in and ready to go. That right there is your motor stuff. Not motor, your rear end stuff. It goes all, this is the lighting and everything for the back end. It goes to your neutral safety switch and to all your tail lights as well as your fuel gauge. That's where that goes, and it runs down, runs all the way along the frame and all the way out to his taillights, which we already have all hooked up. Then we have the motor harness, which comes right across over there, comes down and goes right over to his motor. That comes across and heads over to his oil pressure sending unit right there. That wire here is for his water temperature, and then these wires go out to his distributor and his coil for the ignition system. So everything is really nice and very neatly done. I showed you in the last video, we had all the power steering stuff back in and nice and neat. Everything's the way it should be. So everything's good there. We do now have also the new Panhard Bar and its bushings. Well, the new bushings for the Panhard Bar in, and the Panhard Bar is in, as well as we replaced the drag link here, and we replaced that whole tie rod links there. The whole tie rod setup is all brand new as well. So all his steering is going to be really, really nice. We have all the new brake lines in. We have the new disc brakes on it. Everything is coming out really, really nice on this truck. We also have a lot of the wiring run behind and underneath the dashboard. It's all into its major clusters where it's going to be going. So everything is all set up right over here. These wires are for the tachometer. These wires here are going to be onto the dashboard, which will show our indicator signals, oil temp, all that kind of stuff, oil, water temp and stuff. This is all of your ignition stuff. This is your neutral safety switch for your start. So you can't start the vehicle up in drive or reverse gears. It will only start up in neutral or park. That's what this is for. then this we're not going to be using, but we figured we'd install it anyway, just in case he wants to change the mechanical speedometer over to an electronic speedometer. You'll need this. So we figured we'd leave it in. And then we have just a couple of other wires for the gas gauge and stuff like that, another sending unit wire. So all that's all set up as well. We have the wiring for the radio sitting right over there. We have the wiring for all the turn signal switch to the steering column all set up and ready to go. So once we get the turn signal switch that actually goes inside the steering column, we could just plug it in. And there's the plug that we're going to be using to plug into the steering column. So that'll come out really nice. We have a new headlight switch, the new wiper switch put in. We have a new ignition switch put in. We still have to put in the ignition lock cylinder. So, you know, the part that you put the key in and you turn, we still have to put that into there. We have the fuse block in. All the wiring is run to the nice new taillight buckets that we have in here, because the old ones were just that. They were old, they were rotten, bad connections to the lights, so it just wasn't even worth trying to fix it up. We have the gasket in, so it's ready to receive the lens. Same on that side. So we have a lot done, but we still have quite a bit more to go. Waiting on parts, as always. Parts, especially today, have been a nightmare to get. So we're getting those all in. We also have a brand new heater box that we're going to be putting in this, because it came with absolutely no heater box, no fan, no anything. There was nothing there. So we found a controller that will work. We got all the cables for it. We got the heater box, the heater core, the fan motor, everything to go into this and mount nicely. We also, on the gauge cluster, we changed it out from the amp meter to the voltage meter. So this way we can run that bigger alternator on it, so he can run his stereo and not have to worry about draining the battery or taxing the wiring harness or the wiring system. So there's a lot done, but like I said, there's still a lot to go. We got to get all the wiring up through the channel through here and out to the windshield wiper motor, as well as we have the washer motor wiring hooked up, but we got to get all the hoses out to the windshield washer squirters on the hood. Have to get all that done. So, you know, like I said, we still have quite a bit to do, but it's coming out really good. I really am looking forward to getting this thing done. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun to drive. These things are really fun to drive. So there you go, guys. I will talk to you real soon. Have fun. Okay, bye.